Hey friends, welcome to eSports, your go-to for all things football. From wild transfer rumors to behind-the-scenes drama, we've got it all covered. Now let's jump into the news. Yo, what's good, football fam? Another day, another Barça drama. Today, we've got it all. Captaincy chaos in Catalonia, shady comments from a presidential candidate, rising young stars snubbed from major awards, and a spicy goalkeeper showdown for the Yashin Trophy. Buckle up, this ride's gonna be wild. Let's dive right in. So, big news from Spain. According to Mundo Deportivo, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, Barcelona's #1 between the posts, and their first captain last season, could be stripped of his armband. Yeah, no joke. Apparently, Frenkie de Jong is now the top candidate to take over as captain for the upcoming season under Hansi Flick, and not just him. Barca's got a list, and it looks nothing like the old days. Here's the captaincy pecking order they've got lined up. 1. Frenkie de Jong. 2. Rafinha. 3. Ronald Araujo. 4. Pedri. 5. Gavi. Notice anything missing? Yup, no Spanish captains. And no goalkeeper leading the team anymore. This is a serious shift from Barca's traditional identity, where captains were usually either local lads or long-serving legends. And it gets even spicier. Let's talk about Toni Freixa, the guy who once ran for the presidency of FC Barcelona and clearly still has some thoughts about how things are run. Here's what he had to say about the recent squad registration news. I hope the club can register its signings without needing to rely on long-term player injuries. And then, he hits us with this one. I wish Ter Stegen a speedy recovery, so he can come back and be Barca's third-choice keeper. OOF, that's not just a jab, that's a straight-up co-punch. Let's be real, this is a mix of salt and politics. But there's also a hint of truth in the shade. With Barcelona's messy financial situation, they've used player injuries to make room for new signings before. It's not illegal, but it definitely raises eyebrows. And now, with Flick taking charge and the club moving toward a more modern structure, guys like Freixa are clearly not vibing with the direction. Alright, let's switch gears and talk about the kids. The Kopa Trophy 2025 nominees are in, and this list is loaded with future superstars. Here are your contenders for Best Young Player in the World. Ayal Buati, Pokubarsi, Desire Doe, Estevao, Dean Hydson, Miles Lewis Skelly, Rodrigo Mora, Joao Neves, Lamine Yamal, Kenan Yildiz. Of course, all eyes are on Lamine Yamal. He's 17, already killing it for both Barca and Spain, and seems like he was born for the big stage. But don't sleep on Joao Neves either. That dude is a midfield machine for Benfica. Estevao, a future Brazilian baller. Pokubarsi, already starting at the back for Barca, but two major names were left out. Arda Güler, Real Madrid's Turkish gem. Ethan Nwaneri, Arsenal's youngest ever Premier League debutant. Honestly, that's wild. Both have had breakout moments, especially Arda with Turkey at the Euros. Maybe injuries and limited minutes held them back, but they're still huge omissions. Now let's head to the other end of the pitch, where goalkeepers are battling it out for the Yashin Trophy 2025. Here's the elite 10-man shortlist for Best Keeper in the World. Alisson Becker, Liverpool's safe hands, always reliable. Yassine Bounou, Sevilla to Saudi, still world-class. Lucas Chevalier, the French prodigy, rising fast. Thibaut Courtois coming back strong after injury. Gianluigi Donnarumma, PSG's wall, regaining form. Emiliano Martinez, World Cup hero, still clutch. Jan Oblak, Atletico's rock. David Raya, Arsenal's surprise starter. Matt Sells underrated, but consistent. Jan Sommer a veteran, ice in his veins. But wait, you see who's not here. Yup, Ter Stegen again. Dude went from captain of FC Barcelona to being snubbed from the top 10 goalkeepers in the world. All in one summer. That's gotta hurt. Still, it's a strong list, personally. I'd say Alisson and Courtois are the safe baits. But don't count out Chevalier. If France keeps backing him, he could be the next big thing. So to sum it all up, Ter Stegen might lose his captaincy and his spotlight. Toni Freixa throwing verbal punches like it's fight night. Young stars are rising, while some big names got snubbed. And the Yashin Trophy race, it's as tight as ever. What do you think? Is Barca making the right move giving Frenkie the armband? Should Arda and Ethan have been nominated for the Kopa? And who's your pick for best goalkeeper in the world right now? Drop your hot takes in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more heat. See you in the next one. Peace.